Well, welcome to everyone. Welcome to my channel. Hope all of you are still truly well and blessed by our Lord and Savior. As you can see, it's another sunny blue sky day here in South Africa. Here where things are going great. Lovely wall art there and some new wall art here from my daughter. So what are we doing today? Well, we're going to take the day and rate all this wall art. Yeah, it's good, but it's not enough for a video, eh? So yeah, what are we doing today, people? That Peking, yeah, we need to get that bike finished. Oh, I want to ride it. So we spend the day or a week, can't remember how long, but yeah, we get it closer, much closer. So let's continue working on that Peking. Let's go. All right, quick shout out to all of the members. There's a lot of them. Too much to call all their names, but you can see all their names. There's a new one, this Piet Botha. Thank you for joining. Thank all of you members a hell of a lot. It helps a lot. The one up there, Henry Dalhousie, he's the one who did all the aluminium welding for me. It's my little brother. So yeah, you can check. If your family supports you, then you know you must be doing something right. Okay, so thank all of you members, and it helps a lot, and let's get to the action. All right, so while we're busy with the boost box, getting it welded and everything, it's best to weld everything at the moment. So I'm quickly going to take this compressor housing off, probably cut it there. I've got 90-degree aluminum flange, which I'll weld onto that one, and there's another one, so probably gonna weld two of them, but we'll mark the whole setup now, see how it's gonna go, mark it, and then have it done. So let me quickly remove that compressor housing. Okay, so compressor housing is off. Beautiful billet compressor wheel. So yeah, we're gonna cut it there, make it shorter. This one we're also gonna cut, and then we'll mark it so the bend works out like something like that. As you can see, it's also too long, and then the next bend we like this. The next one will just be like this, or yeah, something like that. All right, let's cut this one. So just to give you guys and girls some idea, there's the pieces I cut off. So I'm just quickly gonna mark it, but that's the way it's gonna be. You see there's enough clearance at the exhaust. The oil pipe, everything is good. So yeah, that's where it's gonna live. So yeah, let me mark it and get it welded. So I got the compressor housing welded and everything, and it's very nice and looks very good, and I messed up a little bit. As you can see, it fits beautifully. You do that. The lines and everything is perfect. The only thing I messed up was I never measured this distance. Still good and everything, but yeah, it can be much closer to the exhaust. It doesn't have to be this far away. So what I'll quickly do is I'll put this cover that comes on this side on and see if it influences me a lot. But yeah, probably I'll just cut it off again and weld it again, as I say, because this distance is too big. It's gonna make the piping too long. And then busy with the boost box top end. yeah, let me decide what I'm going to do. All right, so mistakes was made, but at least mistakes can be rectified. So what I did was I cut it off there. So now I've got a little bit of extra length. So you see, it doesn't stick out the frame. It's much closer to the exhaust. I can make it closer than that, but normally when it's like this with the frame, that's the way you want it. It doesn't stick out like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to weld it again. All right, so that bugger up I made, yeah, it's fixed, eh? So that bit of extension is now on this side, so it's closer to the top. But yeah, now you can see, you check with the frame, it's on the inside, there's still space for the oil feed line, there's still clearance at turbo manifold. Now it'll just get a silicone hose, something like that. So yeah, let me fit that exhaust and see how it's going to work, so we can get that return line and get the lines installed. So yeah, let me quickly fit that exhaust back on and see how it fits.
Okay. This.
All right, so I quickly showed you the whole process of building this little boost box. It's taped at the moment. Gonna weld it on the inside, then gonna shape the outside just a little bit more, and then just weld it on the outside. But you guys got the idea. I trimmed these ones also down a bit more. They were a bit too long for me, and I made myself a radius cutter and everything. So we'll quickly weld that one, and yeah, when it's done, it'll get a pipe like that, something like that. But yeah, we'll weld that one when it's fully welded, and this one, and then the two will come together and get welded. And yeah, I'll show you the whole process after that is done, or before the two gets welded. I'll show you how it looks and then weld it together. All right, so at least you can see step by step. All right, so we're quickly gonna put the, you can see back there, the exhaust back on. So we can just establish where the return line on the turbo is gonna have to be. And then we still need to make the hanger, original hanger, use the Gen 1 back location. So we still need to make a hanger, and then I showed you last time, the exhaust hits into the side stand. So we're gonna have to check how we're gonna have to clock the exhaust, cut it and clock it. But yeah, we need to fit it to see all that stuff. And yeah, once we got all that sorted, we can install the oil feed line. I'll show you how we do that. It comes off this line here. So we'll remove this one, and this one goes to the other side, but I'll show you that. And yeah, then we need to put the drain on, and yeah, we still need to go hunting for where that came from. So yeah, you see the exhaust, the sump gasket is lying there because the sump is held on by 2 bolts at the moment, because we need to figure out for the return line. So let's quickly get that exhaust put on. Oh, so as you can see, I did fit the exhaust back onto the bike. So we can see where the return pipe's gonna be. And as I said last time, we need to clock this a bit down because the side stand is hitting it. So let me quickly show you. If we get down here, this is where the return pipe's gonna be. Exactly on that flange, or on the side of the sump. So yeah, you don't need to put the exhaust back on I was just afraid it was going to be in the way, so that's why I put the exhaust back on. But yeah, so now I can take the exhaust back off again. We can take the sump off, get the aluminium piece welded there, and oh my soul. This one is too long, obviously, but we'll shorten it, and then it'll go like that. We also still need the compressor housing is clocked correctly, but we still need to clock up the core, turn it a bit more so the oil feed can come in. And I quickly want to show you the oil feed. So this is the oil feed line. It goes in at the top of the turbo, comes around, and right, just get this chair over here. It comes into here, and this line we're going to disconnect and put it on the other side. So there's already a jet on the inside. I can't remember which side, because you don't need all the oil pressure on the turbo. You just need oil on the turbo, and to stop it from stealing all the oil pressure. So yeah, it's jetted and everything. So yeah, I'm quickly going to take the exhaust off again. I'll just mark that. We can start installing this line, but that's fine. Take the exhaust off. I'm going to take the sump off so we can get that piece welded on. I don't have a piece of aluminum to put there or a piece of pipe. So let's just see. Yeah, we'll quickly be making a piece to put on there. All right, let's get going. So just to show you, I've got the little bung made. So, you know, it's gonna get welded onto there. All right, let's go weld it. So what we did was the bottom end piece is welded, as you can see. So I just came to fit it. You can check there on the inside. It fits beautifully, or pretty good. It's a bit tight, but it's on. So the next piece is the top piece, and we'll come and fit it onto this one before we weld the two together, because we'll fit it, check it, and all that stuff. Busy welding the sump at the moment. So yeah, later today we will fit the top piece and yeah, make sure everything fits and looks good. But yeah, we are almost done, almost. Okay. So while we wait for the sump to get welded, should be done today, we're quickly gonna remove the compressor housing again, and then we're gonna install that line, oil feed line, and we're gonna clock the turbo up at the back correctly, so the oil feed comes in from the top and goes out, or the return goes out square at the bottom. So let me just, there's one more, remove these. Oh, there's actually two more, and then I'll show you what you need to remove and what you need to keep and all that lucky stuff. So if you don't know how to clock up a turbo, it's easy. You loosen the bolts on the exhaust housing. There's a couple of them. I'm not gonna, this one has 6, but doesn't mean yours is gonna have 6. You loosen them and then you can move the core. So what we're quickly gonna do is we're quickly gonna install this top piece with the gasket and everything. Yeah, so we can see. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to clock it and lock it. Otherwise, we're going to struggle to get the bolts tight. So if you check now, it is horizontal and the drain is at the bottom. They also have for water, but on the turbo bikes, we don't use them. So you can use them, but we don't use them. So yeah, you see now, it was like that. It's now clocked up pretty much. I'll tighten these bolts and then we'll install this line. Yeah, so I did have to take the turbo off because after I clocked it and showed you guys, I saw that I had the wrong side on top. I had the return side on the top side. So I clocked it again and then I couldn't tighten this bolt. There was no way of getting in there. So yeah, I took the turbo off again to tighten all the bolts. I think what we're gonna do is we will be running maybe the spacer. We'll just see. But now at least I can fit this pipe much easier. We'll fit it, put the turbo back on and remove this one. So I'll show you how that works. So you see, line is installed, and now you can check here where my finger is where the exhaust stud goes through, and you have to tighten it. You see there's not a lot of space, especially for long studs like this. So yeah, we'll maybe put the spacer in, otherwise trim them down or something. But yeah, in full disclosure, transparency or what have you. So we will remove this one, and as soon as I can get it out, we will be removing this one also. This whole setup will be going on the other side. So let me remove that and I'll show you how we install that one. So this one is a 21 millimeter. That one is a 10 millimeter. So we removed this completely from the oil gallery. As you can see now, oil gallery is open all the way to the other side. You just see, we can remove this one. So this one, you can put thread seal on it. So we rather use something like, it's like Loctite, but it seals the thread also instead of thread tape, because you don't want thread tape in your oil gallery. So let me put some of that on, and as you can see, then we can install it there. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it now. I'm first going to put some of that thread seal on it. And that's it. Both got that thread seal on it. As you can see, it's dripping out a bit. Best thing to do, don't tighten this one before you put this one in, and when you start tightening it, because this one is a taper thread. So if you tighten that too much and this is like showing that way and you still need to go full rotation, you always sit with the issue that maybe you're gonna, because it's taper thread, it's gonna break the aluminum. But yeah, if you've got it like that and you've got the, don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's there. You give it a chance to dry. Now you see the pipe is here, it's going there by the turbo. So we're not going to go through the exhaust, just putting it out of the way. Let me not do that. I just got a call, my sump is finished, so we're quickly going to go and pick that up. And yeah, then we can finish this turbo installation for the last time. Yeah, so a quick shout out to my little brother, Henry. He's the one who did all the aluminium welding on the boost box and stuff. So yeah, he's a hard worker. You can see he's a pretty little guy in search of a girlfriend if you've got anyone. All right. So thank you, Henry. Alright, so you saw me sandblasting it now, or I don't know if you saw me sandblasting it, but you see the pipe is welded on, but there's no hole on the inside. The reason I do it like this, I put the hole in afterwards. Otherwise you have a chance of it melting away and the hole not lining up and anything. So now I just put it in the vise, make the hole, and yeah, clean it up, and then we can install it. So the hole is made. We just finished it off here because some of the welding went over a bit, so it's nice and flat everywhere. We'll give it a quick clean and reinstall it. Okay, sump is clean, some gaskets on with just a little bit of gasket maker. So yeah, let's install it. So just remember, when you're reinstalling the sump, one bolt gets a little seal on it. It's the one here at the back. It protrudes underneath the clutch. So this one gets oil, so it needs a seal. If you put the seal on the wrong bolt, it's gonna be leaking oil. And two bolts are longer. These two ones here in the front. The sump is a bit longer over here, so the two longer bolts go in the front. The rest are all the same. Just like that, the sump is installed. Thing to remember, don't tighten all the bolts fully. Just make them, as soon as you see your bit of gasket maker coming out, just a little bit, stop, give it 24 hours and then tighten the sump. As you can see, now we've got a return pipe. It's not going to be this long or anything. We're going to cut it, but yeah, we're one step closer to being done. So I'll quickly route this to the other side and show you what happens to it, and yeah, we can get done with this. Alright, so this is the oil feed line for the tensioner. If I can show you, I cannot show you, but you just loop it and bring it out this side. Then this is the same bolt on the other side. Already loosened it. It's just like a blank off, or yeah, Suzuki don't use it. It's when they make the oil gallery or something. So you take the bolt you had on the other side. Remember, it has a cross washer both sides, and I don't know if you can see, but it's also got an oil jet, so it doesn't take too much oil out of the oil gallery for the tensioner. So then you come here and you install it on this side. Tighten it. Just remember, this is a 21, so it's a massive spanner that you don't break off the bolt or anything like that. Yeah, and that's all she wrote. And then you take your banjo bolt with also the seal. You can go like that. Okay, let me just get it in first. And you see, it goes perfectly on the inside, makes a loop, goes to the tensioner, and then you can just tighten this bolt whichever way you like it. I think I like it like that. Yeah, so one more thing done. All right there, so we'll go from this side. You see I tighten this oil feed for the tensioner, so that's done. We've got the turbo back on. Let's just move to this side. We've got the oil feed line all connected, coming to the bottom. It went to the top, but I didn't like it that way, so I took it to the bottom. We've got the return line. I had to cut a bit of pieces off, but the return line made, sump installed. We're gonna put a little spacer in here just to help with the bolts and stuff, but that's fine. I don't have a spacer. I will be making one. We can actually put the compressor housing back, but I think, I'm not sure. Let's just put it on. No. All right. Compressor housing is on. Clock it a bit. Okay. I need to clock it a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah. Won't turn now because it's not tightened at the back. All right, so you've got the idea. I'm gonna need silicone hoses for the boost pipe, but we need to finish up top there. We still need to find that little bolt. So we're gonna have to take the clutch cover off sometime. Maybe not now. We still need to finish the tailpiece. I can't even remember where I was last, but I know for certain if this bike starts now, I don't care about the tailpiece, I'll ride it just like that. That's how anxious I am to drive this bike, but I know we were busy with this the last time. It goes in there for the tank, but I think I'll take the tailpiece off and have it powder coated so long. I know we still have to make a cover here. Not sure, we'll see. Something like that. The boost box, my little brother is busy with the top piece. And then I get it back, then I have to decide where we're gonna fit this little piece. I'm probably gonna go here for the middle somewhere. It's just, I know the ignition is in the way, but it's not a train smash. It can go beneath the ignition or something. We are not sure about that. We will figure that out once we've got the top piece, and I'll first show you the top piece and then we'll weld the top piece and it'll be one complete boost box. We still need to put hangers on to keep it from blowing off. But yeah, that's that. There's all the little nitty-gritty stuff that takes the longest, like the oil feed lines and the return lines and all that stuff. But we're one step closer. Probably by the next video, we'll be installing boost lines, fitting the exhaust back, installing the radiator and stuff like that. We still need to change the fuel pump on the tank, get the bigger one. There's not a lot left to do. We're very close, but we still got some stuff to do. I've got the injectors. I had them clean. I don't know if I told you, but Shane did clean them for me, so they are good to go. Yeah, I think maybe 2, maybe 3 videos we should be driving this bike. Yeah, I can't wait. And yeah, I think I'm gonna polish this compressor housing, just because it's a naked bike, it's exposed. Yeah, or maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, that should be that for this video. Otherwise it's gonna get too long and you guys are gonna get bored with me. So thank you all for watching, sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting, all that lekker groceries. There is a merch store, you can go check it out if you like. It's there. If you go on my page, just below the link for the Instagram, the link is there for the merch store. I am looking for another merch store with more merch, but for now, that's what we have. That's what we got to work with. So yeah, check out for the next video. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you a lot for watching this movie or video this far. And may the Lord bless you all, and see you in the next one.